Not all videos are created equal. Some are strange, others unsettling, and a few are downright terrifying. Tonight we'll dive into 10 mysterious recordings that have shaken viewers around the world. From eerie creatures caught in the shadows to sinister figures appearing where no one should be, each clip carries its own level of fear. And we're not throwing you straight into the nightmare. This countdown is carefully arranged from the least to the most terrifying. What begins as simple curiosity will slowly turn into dread, until the final clip where reality and horror collide. Number 10. At first glance, it looks like something out of a legend, an enormous beast with 3 massive horns rising from its head, a creature you'd expect to see in ancient mythology. Farmers and tourists alike stopped in their tracks, convinced they were staring at a monster. But the truth behind this recording is both surprising and fascinating. What we're seeing is no cryptid, but a real animal, the Ankoli Watusi, a rare cattle breed from Uganda, often called the cattle of kings. Their horns can grow to staggering lengths, and their instinct to protect is unmatched. Adults will even form a living shield around their calves when predators approach. Still, imagine stumbling across one of these giants in the dead of night, its silhouette stretching into the darkness. For many who've watched this video, the line between animal and myth still feels uncomfortably thin, and that's why it earns a place on our list. But things are about to get even stranger. Number 9. It looks small, almost harmless. But sometimes the most unsettling things are the ones that crawl. This video, filmed in Egypt, shows a bizarre insect-like creature with 6 legs and a body covered in strange white cotton-like hairs. It moves lightly across the rocks, its alien appearance unlike anything most people have ever seen. Some called it venomous, others believed it could be an undiscovered species. Or worse, something not of this world. Its texture, its erratic movement, and the way the camera seems to hesitate make the scene deeply uncomfortable to watch. Of course, it could be just an insect, rare but still part of nature. Yet its disturbing look was enough to ignite fear online, leaving viewers torn between science and nightmare. If a tiny creature can spark this much dread, what happens when the unknown grows larger? But keep watching, because the next video pushes that fear even further. Number 8. The ocean has always been a place of mystery, vast, deep, and hiding secrets we were never meant to see. A young surfer from the United States discovered that firsthand. She posed for what should have been a normal photo, until something appeared behind her. At first, it looks like a shadow in the waves, but as you look closer, the outline becomes clearer. Something humanoid, watching, rising from the water. She swears that only she and the photographer were out there, yet the image shows otherwise. Skeptics say it could have been a dolphin, a seal, or even just a trick of the light. But many viewers couldn't shake the feeling that this was no ordinary sea creature. Some even whispered about the possibility of a mermaid, or something far more sinister, lurking beneath the waves. One thing is certain. Once you've seen it, you'll never feel truly alone in the ocean again. And if that unsettled you, the next recording will make you question what's hiding beneath the surface. Number 7. Open waters can be peaceful until something rises from below. In this clip, tourists aboard a small boat captured what at first seemed like a curious animal surfacing near them. But the closer it came, the more disturbing it appeared. Its face, elongated, dark, and almost human in expression, sent a chill through those watching. Some insisted it was only a seal or a sea lion, but others were convinced this was no ordinary creature. The unsettling movements and that sinister stare fueled speculation. Could it be a surviving prehistoric animal? Some even compared it to the infamous Loch Ness Monster. Whatever it was, the atmosphere in the video is undeniable. Laughter and curiosity fading into nervous silence as the realization sets in. Something unnatural is staring back. The ocean hides many secrets, but what happens when the horror comes closer to home? Because the next case doesn't take place at sea. It begins right outside a window. Number 6. It starts in the safety of a home, a place where nothing should feel threatening. A young man, alone in his room, suddenly sensed he was being watched. Grabbing his phone, he pointed it toward the window, and that's when he saw it. Through the glass, a pale, glowing figure stood motionless, staring directly at him. Its white light didn't flicker, its shape didn't move. Only those empty eyes fixed on the camera. Panic set in instantly. He slammed the window shut, locked every door, and never returned to look again. Some say it was a neighbor trying to scare him. Others are convinced it was something else entirely, a spectral presence that chose him as its target. But one thing is clear. The moment you realize the danger is not out in the wild, but right outside your home, the fear becomes personal. And yet, what's caught on the next recording feels even harder to explain. Number 5. Night falls over a quiet plantation, the kind of place where silence should bring peace. But one motion-activated camera captured something else, something walking between the rows of crops. At first glance, it resembles a large animal, perhaps a bear. But in that region, no bears exist. The figure moves strangely, its body elongated, its steps heavy, almost deliberate. Some viewers claimed it looked like a man. Others whispered about skinwalkers, beings from folklore said to roam the night in stolen forms. The low resolution of the footage only adds to the mystery, leaving more questions than answers. But what unsettles most is the setting. A lonely field, the middle of the night, and something unknown moving with purpose across the land. If this is what a simple camera can catch in a remote plantation, imagine what it misses. And the next video proves that sometimes the terror isn't out in the fields. It can appear underwater, where you least expect it. Number 4. A swimming pool, clear water, calm ripples, and a young diver practicing with a friend filming from the surface. Everything seems ordinary, until the camera follows him underwater. As he sinks, something drifts across the frame. At first, it looks like hair, long strands flowing in the water. Then, the shape of a head becomes clear, passing silently in front of the lens. The diver continues unaware, but the one holding the camera recoils in shock. They later swore no one else was in the pool that night. Some say it was a trick of the light, or maybe debris floating by. But the detail of the hair, the unmistakable form, and the suddenness of the moment make the explanation difficult to accept. It's one thing to fear what lurks in lakes or oceans, but a closed swimming pool, that kind of fear is much harder to escape. And if this gave you chills, the next encounter will leave you staring into the eyes of something far more disturbing. Number 3. The desert is vast, empty, a place where you'd expect silence, not horror. But one traveler's camera captured something that should not exist. Lying on the ground, half hidden by the dust, was a figure. Its body looked human, but its face told a different story. Skin pale, eyes pitch black, and a stillness that felt unnatural. The person filming froze, torn between stepping closer or running away. Skeptics were quick to label it a digital creation, an edited clip designed to shock. But others argued the raw unease of the footage was too real to dismiss. The eyes, staring into the lens without blinking, felt like a predator caught in the act of waiting. In places where life struggles to survive, what exactly was this creature doing there? And how long had it been watching? If this sight unsettled you, prepare yourself, because the next video drags us into a place even darker, the hollow ground of a cemetery. Number 2. Cemeteries are unsettling enough on their own. Silent, cold, heavy with the weight of the past. But for one visitor, a strange noise turned a quiet moment into something unforgettable. Following the sound, the camera pointed toward a hole in the ground. At first, only darkness. Then, movement. A pale, humanoid figure shifted inside, its shape contorted, its eyes catching the faint light. For a moment, it seemed to be staring back, before fading into the shadows below. The clip exploded online. Some viewers swore it was proof of a creature living beneath the graves. Others insisted it was a cruel prank, or even a digital illusion crafted with AI. But regardless of the explanation, the setting alone made it terrifying. The one place meant for the dead suddenly seemed very much alive. And if that left you uneasy, hold on tight, because our final entry is not far away in a desert or a graveyard. It's inside the place we fear most when the lights go out, your own bedroom. Number 1. A bedroom should be the safest place in the world, but in this video, it becomes a nightmare. A father was recording a simple moment with his daughter when something impossible happened. From beneath the bed, 2 pale arms stretched out, grasping, reaching for the child. They disappeared just as quickly, vanishing back into the darkness below. Shocked, the father could barely process what he had seen, but the horror didn't end there. Days later, in the very same room, he set up his camera again. This time, the footage showed a doll moving entirely on its own, its head shifting, its body twitching as if something invisible was trying to bring it to life. 2 events, in the same house, in the same room. Too much for coincidence, too real to ignore. For many viewers, this was not just the scariest clip of the list. It was the kind of fear that follows you after the screen goes dark. Because while other monsters may lurk outside, this one lives where you sleep,